Right, so we've got here just the backyard for the extension and addition that's going on the back of the house. Now, what I want to show you is we've had the surveyor out, and the surveyor's pegged out the location of the corner of the building. Okay, so it's an accurate indication of where the line of the building will run through here. Okay, and also the back of the building will run through there. Okay, so if we come up the back here, you can see so you can see here that there's a peg in the ground. Okay, now that peg doesn't mean anything in terms of the building, but what it was the surveyor had his instrument set up above this, and he brought the location of the building in off the street, and this was like his reference point. But he used that to mark out these other pegs over here. Okay, so if you come over here, you can see that there's two pegs. Okay, this peg here is just here so that you can see where it is. Okay, it's more obvious, but this other peg is the more important one, and the nail that's in the top of that peg is the exact corner or the exact line of the building. It's not the corner, but it is the line that will run through. If you had a string line on this, okay, if you had a string line on this and we strung it right through down to that end down there, okay, if we strung it right through onto the face of those bricks down there, that would be the exact line of the building. Okay, and then in the other direction, the surveyor's also put a nail in the deck here. Okay, so that nail in the deck would run right up there to the other end. Okay, and you can see that there's another peg in the ground with the nail on it. In there. Okay. And then on the other side of the house here as well, it's the line of the brickwork. Okay. The line of the brickwork taken right through here to another one up the back here. Okay, so the surveyor's marked all that out for us. Now, based on that, profiles have been set up. So if you can see over here that there's a timber profile. Okay, now this is a hurdle profile, meaning that the ledge is on the face of the pegs, not on top. Okay, so we've got the whole thing's called a profile, but we've got the two timber pegs going into the ground. Okay, or in this case they've been screwed into the deck as well, and the ledger goes across horizontally. Now, if you come in and have a look on top of the ledger, you can see that there's two screws that have been put in here, and this one here says frame, meaning that line there, if you hooked a line over that and dragged it out, that would be the line of the timber frame. Okay, and this other one would be the outside of the footing. Okay, so the footing, I think from memory, was like 350 wide or 300 wide, I can't remember. Okay, so that's the step out from the face of the frame, which is also the face of the brickwork because it's a timber framed house. That's the difference to the steps out to the outside of the footing. So what it means is a string line's been hooked on that and dragged up to the same point on the profile at the other end of the house. Okay, and what it's given us is it's given us just somewhere to spray to show the excavator where to dig. So there's the line he's got to dig to. There's the spray can line, which shows the line of the house in this direction, and also the spray line in this other direction as well. So that there would be the corner of his footing on the outside, and that there is the corner of the inside of his footing. So here we have a bucket that's, 300 wide that'll dig a strip footing trench all the way through this side and then return it right up through there. But without those profiles, there's nothing to hook the line to and no way to get an accurate reading. Okay, now in the middle as well, you can see that the location of all the isolated piers, okay, which are going to need to sit on the blob footings, have also been marked out. So there's, everywhere they're required, okay, everywhere they're required, this break end's gone as well. Okay, so the size of these footings and the size of the strip footing isn't just something that we made up. That was done by the engineer. Okay, so an engineer had to allow for the type of soil we're building in. Now this soil here is a M class, meaning moderately reactive. Okay, so the engineer's designed a footing that will cope with the size building that's going to go on it, and also the reactivity of the ground. Okay, so you can see here that the footing's going to come up here. It runs right through this side of the back of the house, and then in this area here, there's also a couple of extra piers that have been dug. Not isolated piers like the ones in the middle. These are piers that are in the footing. Okay, they're called pier and beam. Now the reason why these are here is because there used to be a pool under the ground here. There was an in-ground pool which was just smashed up and filled in. Meaning that the ground here isn't natural ground, it's like a fill. So to make sure that this footing on the back here is stable enough, the engineers asked for 3 pier holes to go into the footing as well, which are 1.5 metres deep. Okay, so runs all the way around the back, around this side and back there. Okay, so it's a pretty simple job really, but it's a good way to have a look at it. All good?